And a warm welcome to you from Azadlik Square, heart of Baku and home, of course, to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. With high speeds, tight corners and few runoff zones, many are expecting a safety car here today. So our drivers will have to stay very much on their toes and hopefully out of the barriers. The Baku city circuit measures roughly 6 kilometres and it's made up of 20 corners and 2 DRS zones. The circuit winds around the narrow city, through the old town and even brushes against the city's medieval walls. However, as beautiful as the setting is, this track is also a ferocious technical challenge, where the smallest of mistakes could lead to a catastrophic consequence for any one of our drivers. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. What a qualifying yesterday for George Russell. He'll start today's race from pole position. And Fernando Alonso completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Sainz, Alex Albon and Leclerc, Norris, Hülkenberg, Antonelli and Esteban Ocon, Tsunoda, Verstappen, Gabriel Bortoleto and Stroll, Hadjar, Behrman, Oscar Piastri and Liam Lawson, Gasly and Franco Colapinto rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. Well, it's been a long time since I last worked with you. Good to see you again today. Anthony Davidson. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
All right, give me a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
And radio check.
OK, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down. Conditions look stable at the moment, no rain currently expected. Okay, that's not an ideal placement in your grid slot. You're going to need a good launch at the race start. We can now use DRS. DRS now available. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done.